rights of the vulnerables, where these mighty, wonderful people called maids, house managers. Mine, I call him house manager. Where they fall. Because as we shall be discussing, so you have brought us to discuss a very pertinent issue. Somebody who prepares for us food, somebody who's doing great things.
Because become part of the family. Normally, when someone brings a maid to work in the house, it's part of the family. Become part of the family because it's a decision maker as well. Not the final decision maker, but decision makers when the parents are not there, they have to take decisions. Take decisions, and this is important subject because what we have seen nowadays are the parents that are not prepared to receive such person. The qualifications, they do not make qualifications to bring that person into their homes. And there I think is where the problems rely, on the qualifications. How to find the right qualifications, the right person. I believe this become even a question now.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe that's where we should start. How do you qualify a maid, nanny, house manager? Okay, house manager, boy or girl, because any of them could do the job. What are the qualifications?
Can I pick on that?
Yes, please.
Okay, legally, in Uganda, the labor laws and the Children's Act here says for one to be a maid or a worker must be 18 and above. So first of all, you must be employing somebody who is 18 and above. So I pity those who are having 16, 15 there. You are doing
12, 13, 10.
You are risking
10 to carry a baby.
You are risking to be charged of human trafficking, child labor. And we have very many cases because this person is not independent to decide. Then worst of all, a child is looking after a child. And no wonder we get many cases where you find a maid has participated in murder because they are medulla oblongata is not yet strong enough to look after a fellow child.
They are the same age, they will play together. I want a very young one who will play.
Very, very serious. So rule number one, they should be of age. Then when you bring them, they should be expecting wage bill. You are paying them nothing almost. You find there are some homes where they pay them food. They pay them clothes. You are using somebody for 30 days and then you are doing that. Then worst of all, my Lord Bishop, there are those who use them and then they don't even eat with them. So you ask yourself,
isolation.
A person who has prepared food for you.
As we mentioned here, it's part of the family, but they isolated. No, you are a mate. And this isolation can cause a problem, especially in a person that is too young. Is not prepared because. Another thing, Mr. Jackson, I want to say, because when these maids, they come so young, or even 18, they are taken from their homes. And they are come to another home that they think even that the man will be a father for her, even though he will be taking care of the children. The wife will be a mother for her, because even though she's going to pay, for sure has to be paid. But that environment of home must be applied in all the areas, even in their mind, in their psychology, in their minds, in their way of thinking, and their isolation. You are putting the person out of that family. Am I right?
Absolutely. And like Bishop has said, in most rich, well-to-do homes, I should say, the maid will prepare chicken and all the nice things for you, and will stop at tasting the salt. And then they will tell her to mingle that posho in her special saucepan and your beans, and then sit in that corner, and that is it.
There is a popular video where we saw a maid who has poisoned the entire family.
Yes.
Because the wife was hostile on her. They are undermining her, they are name shaming, body shaming them, they have special names for them. And the kid, as we were saying, they leave their home out of frustration to go and look for better things. And when they reach, they jump into a hot pan. So we call upon, if these people come to you welcome them, have Christian heart, compassionate, see them as vulnerable people, sit with them on the table. If a person works in your place for over 10 years and has got nothing, you are a curse to that person. Time to educate listeners on what our department does and what we don't do. First of all, we don't give custody of children. It is the duty of court, family court, that gives out the custody of children. And we normally emphasize that the moment two adults sleep together and they produce a child, that child has no responsibility of being neglected. It is your duty to look after that child. Whether you are honorable minister, went and slept with a mad person, the child needs to get the 5 basic needs. Basic needs of food, of shelter, fees when time reaches, hospital when he's sick. Then you have even the right to tell that child that I love you. Because we are tired of raising criminals. If their parents are neglecting them. So on the issue, that one is, we don't share property. There are some couples who fight, like the way you have done your property with madam. Then when you disagree out of love, she comes and says, give me this house, give me this. No, that's not the duty of police. You go back to court. Then court gives us order. Then for us, we enforce it. Then now we have a challenge of where wives, they want to fight and then they come and use police. If you have failed to tame your husband or your wife, don't involve police in fighting your battles. So they normally come and bribe police that you arrest the man is going to marry on Saturday so that Sunday sabotage. That is not our duty. Then I talked about property. I talked about custody of children. Those are duties of court. Then we don't share the property. We don't receive. We don't receive. We don't receive money on behalf of clients. Some people, are full of ego, full of pride. They hate each other. Then they end up saying, I will be giving you money upkeep at police. That is not our duty. Because the Lord's prayer is very clear. Do not lead us into
temptation,
but deliver us from
evil.